Hello class. As I mentioned in my announcements, I was going to make a video to go over our group projects that we're starting this week, and they will be due the end of week 15. Also this week you have selfie session 4 due. Next week all you'll have due is assignments that will be geared towards your group project and presentation. Week 15, looking ahead, that's when your project will be due. And then week 16 is the last week of the semester, and you will have your final unit reflection due that week. So if you go into week 13 here, I put in here online group project strategies, so it's very important for you to click on some of these links and read about how you could be successful working with other group members in an online setting. Since you won't have the opportunity to meet face to face, you won't have the opportunity to be sitting in a classroom and having class time to meet and go over things. It's going to be important that you're effective in your communication with the other group members online so that you can collaborate and get everything that you need to be successful with this project. The project is worth 100 points. 80% of it will be based on the presentation. 20% of it will be on your input in your group's wiki page, which I will show you a little bit about that later. So you have an opportunity of gaining 20 points towards your final grade on the project throughout this week and next week by commenting and adding input on your group's wiki page. And then the other 80% will be once you submit the project and presentation in week 15. So first things first. This week I told you in the announcements to please submit what your top 3 choices were on a topic that you would like to do for your group presentation. Here are the 5 choices: learning styles for college students, time management in college, adulting 101 for college students, financial literacy for college students, and stress and anxiety for college students. So if you read here, it says students will utilize a wiki within their group project section to interact with their group members. Review the video that I'm doing right now on more information of how to use the various group tools. So ultimately what the project is going to be is a creation of a digital product. You can use Microsoft PowerPoint. I will say that's going to be the most popular one to use. If you use Google Docs, feel free to use that if you're more comfortable with it. If you're more comfortable creating a video, like you see me doing when I post in my classes sporadically, you can also do that as long as you have all of the information saved on your computer in some other form, and then you can narrate the whole presentation. You can create a web page if you're familiar with that as well. If you are familiar with using Prezi or Adobe Spark. The final product just has to have each student in the group participating. Everybody has to have given input. I have to see everybody's name on the page. But any way that you choose to create the digital presentation is up to you. It says here, submitting a static PowerPoint is not acceptable. It has to be a presentation. So if you know, in PowerPoint you can go into the options of narrating it, so you can talk through your slides. That would be great. Or just like I'm doing, if you have it up here and then you create a video. I use Screencast-O-Matic. You could download it for free. It's very simple to use. It uploads it to YouTube, and you can just copy and paste the link in to submit it. If you have any other questions as you go with your technology that you're using, feel free to contact me. Each presentation should be at least 5 minutes, but no more than 15 minutes. Each presentation should provide at least one JCC resource, so something that JCC offers to help students with your topic. And it should directly support the topic that you're choosing. For example, financial aid would be an obvious one for financial literacy for college students, just to give you an idea. Again, it says here to reiterate, all students must be represented in some way within the presentation. They don't all have to be heard or visible. However, points will be deducted if all group members are not represented in some form or fashion. And I will be going in and out of the wiki pages, so I will see how you're designating roles for the group. You might want to choose a leader and then designate certain questions for students to do research on. And that brings me into the citations, because you are going to need to do research for this to support your topic and give information to somebody who might not be familiar with that area. And you have to do your citations at the end of your presentation, just like if it were a paper. And I don't care if you do MLA or APA, whatever style you're most comfortable with, but you can use the Purdue OWL. Most of you should be familiar with that for any assistance if you need it. And each group member will have an individualized grade based on your interaction with the group members in Wiki and the amount of effort that is seen within the group presentation product. Group members who don't contribute to the group project will be removed from the group and will be required to complete a project by themselves for a partial credit of the assignment. And the removal will be based on my discretion. And like it says, you will be required to complete a project on your own for a partial credit. So you will lose a good amount of points for having been removed from a group and unable to work as a team. You will not be able to receive full credit. As I mentioned again, the group project will be due the end of week 15. Please take your time after you watch this video to go ahead and read all of these instructions again. Now I will show you where you can access your group. If you look on the left-hand side here, there's a new button that wasn't there before called Groups. If you go ahead and click on your group, you should only see the group number that you are in. I'm going to go ahead and click on Group 1, and those are the members in this group. If you look down here, there's all different group tools. What we're going to be using and what I'll be grading you on is Group Wiki. So that's what you are required to collaborate in. You should put all of your comments and plans and roles and jobs in here so that I can keep up with who is doing what and who is contributing. So if you see, this group has done a wonderful job. They have already entered their top 3 choices for their group's topic. And after I get the other group's choices as well, I will go ahead and let you know which one you have been assigned. So this is just where you enter all of your comments in Wiki. You can just click on comment, enter it. Make sure you write your name at the end so it's easy for people to see who wrote it. Introduce yourselves, and then somebody can get the ball rolling by handing out roles or however you want to handle it. It's totally up to you. So your first job is to go into your group, go into your group's Wiki page, post your top 3 choices for your topic selections. That needs to be done this week as soon as possible. The sooner you get it in, the sooner I can give your group their topic and you guys can get to work. Please feel free to contact me with any questions or concerns that you might have, and happy wicking!